Fame, money, fast cars, and the love of thousands of fans, that was the life of Tendai Passion Ndoro. A boy from Bulawayo who rose from nothing to become one of the most feared strikers in South Africa. At Orlando Pirates, he was a superstar. At his peak, he drove the latest Range Rover, lived in mansions, and earned more money than he ever dreamed of. But life can be cruel. The same man who once lived like a king would later lose it all: his wealth, his wife, his health. And finally, his life. At just 40 years old, Tendai Ndoro was gone forever. How did it all go so wrong? How does a man rise so high, only to fall so hard? How did the woman he loved walk away with everything he had? Left him broke and sick. And most importantly, what really happened to Tendai Ndoro? Let me take you back to where everything began. Tendai Passion Ndoro was born the 15th of May 1985 in Lviv, Bulawayo, the second largest city in Zimbabwe. He grew up in a humble family with siblings, including his twin brother, Takudzwa, who became a goalkeeper. Life was not easy. Zimbabwe in the 1990s was already struggling with poverty, and families survived on little. But Tendai had something special: he loved football. He played barefoot on the streets, chasing makeshift balls. His family did not have much money, but they had love and support. From a young age, Tendai believed that football would take him out of poverty and change his family's future. His career started locally. By 2011, Tendai was playing for Chicken Inn FC, a club in the Zimbabwe Premier Soccer League. It was here that people first noticed his speed, strength, and goal-scoring ability. He was not just another striker, he had flair. He could score from anywhere, and he loved celebrating with passion. In a short time, he became one of the best strikers in Zimbabwe. Scouts in South Africa noticed him, and his life was about to change forever. In 2013, Tendai signed for Mpumalanga Black Aces in South Africa. But he was loaned back to Chicken Inn for the rest of that season. In 2014, he officially joined Black Aces, making 41 appearances and scoring 14 goals in 2 seasons. Fans loved him. He was a fighter on the pitch, always pushing defenders. Before we proceed, we kindly ask for your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Your engagement helps us to grow and continue providing valuable content. Thank you. By 2015, Orlando Pirates came knocking. And for any Zimbabwean footballer, joining Pirates is like touching the stars. At Orlando Pirates, Tendai's career exploded. He scored crucial goals and became a fan favorite. Orlando Stadium was his playground. Supporters sang his name, and he became a nightmare for defenders.
Who steps up to give the crowd something to cheer about? It's been a frustrating night for Pirates thus far. I said it in the first half.
At his peak, Tendai was earning around 150,000 rand per month, making him one of the highest-paid Zimbabwean players in the PSL. His net worth at that time was estimated at around 15 million rand. With money came luxury. He bought cars: Range Rover, Jeep Cherokee, BMW, Porsche 911 Carrera and a top Mercedes-Benz. He lived in a beautiful house in Johannesburg and even invested in property back home in Zimbabwe. Tendai Ndoro was living the dream.
Great turn there from the... Oh, beautiful stop! It's a hat-trick! Tendai Ndoro at his deadliest best! What a goal! Beautiful turn and what a finish!
In South Africa, Tendai found love. He married a beautiful South African woman, and together, they became a glamorous couple. They traveled, wore designer clothes, and posted pictures of their luxury lifestyle. But behind the smiles, things were not always smooth. There were rumors of fights, jealousy, and money problems. Some said his wife was too controlling over his finances. Others said Tendai was not happy in the marriage. Still, he tried to focus on football, but life off the pitch was starting to affect him. After Pirates, his career became unstable. In the 2017-2018 season, he played for 3 clubs: Orlando Pirates, Al Fazali in Saudi Arabia, and Ajax Cape Town. This broke FIFA rules, and as punishment, Ajax Cape Town had to forfeit 3 matches he played. That led to the club being relegated. It was a huge scandal, and Tendai was in the middle of it. Later, he joined Highlands Park in 2018. Then, in 2019, he moved to Al Oruba in Oman. But by 2020, the club went bankrupt, and Tendai was left stranded. From being a star at Orlando Pirates, Tendai was now moving from club to club, with no stability. His career was collapsing. As if career troubles were not enough, Tendai's personal life also fell apart. His marriage ended in a messy divorce.
So, please, say this.
Don't say yes to it then.
Reports said his wife kicked him out of their house and took control of his cars, money, and property. Some even claimed she sold his luxury vehicles and froze his bank accounts. His mistake was to buy everything on her name. Even his bank account was under his wife's name. The man who once had everything was suddenly left with nothing. His 15 million rand net worth disappeared, and Tendai was broke. This pushed him into depression. Around this time, Tendai also fell seriously ill. He was diagnosed with diabetes, a disease that slowly weakened his body. Because of stress, broke, and depression, he failed to manage it properly. His health worsened, he lost weight, his eyesight weakened, and photos of him shocked fans. The once strong and powerful striker now looked fragile and weak. People who saw him could hardly believe this was the same Tendai Ndoro who used to terrorize defenders at Orlando Stadium. In 2022, Tendai tried to make a comeback. He spoke publicly, saying he was ready to play football again. But his body was no longer the same. Clubs did not take him seriously. He tried to stay positive, but deep down, he was still struggling. By 2025, Tendai was living in Johannesburg again. But his health was fragile. On the 18th of August 2025, tragedy struck. He was found dead at his other small house in Johannesburg. He was only 40 years old. The football world was in shock. Messages of sadness and tributes poured in from South Africa, Zimbabwe, and beyond. A star had fallen. Tendai Ndoro's story is one of glory and heartbreak. From the dusty streets of Bulawayo to the shining lights of Orlando Pirates. From driving luxury cars to walking with sickness. From millions in the bank to dying broke at only 40. His life teaches us that money and fame can disappear quickly. It also reminds us of the importance of planning for the future, choosing the right people to trust, and taking care of our health. So, what really happened to Tendai Ndoro? He rose, he shined, he fell, and he died too soon. But his story will never be forgotten. In Zimbabwe and South Africa, football fans will always remember his passion, his goals, and his fighting spirit. Rest in peace, Tendai Ndoro, a fallen hero, forever remembered. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and let's catch up next week. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.